Last night, I volunteer at Toronto Metropolitan University all the time. And as part of that, one of the things they do for the co-op students, the students that make it into the co-op program, it's mock interviews. There's a bunch of things. There's like portfolio reviews. Just gonna make this turn first. Portfolio reviews where like professionals go and critique portfolios that the students have prepared. And largely we look at things from a completely different lens than academia. The mock interviews are quite important. It's a dry run, if anything. It's kind of a dry run. It's a moment to ask for advice from a professional. It's framed as like, some of these professionals might have a job opening, so this mock interview might be a real interview kind of thing. At the moment, currently, I don't have a position open. However, you can never know. We could sign a contract and that can all change. At the moment, I don't. So a lot of the students come in thinking, potentially there could be a job for them for their co-op position. And they come in and they do their interview in a way, or they kind of do their script in a way. But overall, what you learn in school is you get some things from the studio course that's like presenting your work. So that's what most students are trained really well at, is like presenting an architectural design. And so a lot of their interviews, a lot of the talk is like going through a portfolio, and they're talking about kind of larger ideas of that. My advice to most of the students is basically read the room and think about the other person. If I'm working in a firm, and I'm eventually everyone kind of hates their job. Eventually. The nice thing about architecture is every day is very different. Every day there's a new challenge, or you might be writing to site, or you might be doing an interview with a student, or you might there's all these little changes during the day that make it an exciting profession. But eventually people, it's a love-hate relationship. You kind of end up, any job that's day in, day out, you end up kind of hating a little bit. And so the opportunity to do a little interview, I say little because it's like, in the grand scheme of the work we're doing, an interview with a student is not on the top of our list, but it's kind of a fun thing to do. We're not doing this every day. It's like this kind of 2-week period of hiring kind of thing, a hiring blitz or something. So it's a fun little exercise in a way. So think of it that way. It's like, we're kind of excited to meet these people, the students, as professionals. So it's almost the job to lose. Like, who sticks out the least will probably not get the job. And then give a thought into, walking a mile in someone's shoes. You're meeting a student, what we want to see is kind of excitement, some flattery, do some research into the company that you're looking into. Try to throw in the skills that you have, that you used in the projects that you're presenting, like what software you used, or what techniques you used, or just something that's like a skill-based, something that's a metric that it's like, oh, okay, this person can illustrate, or this person can draw, or this person can whatever. That's really important because you want tangible skills that can be kind of noted. But then think of it in the other, and then if you don't get a job, if you're not able to land your magic post, it's not you, it's really a matter of luck. The economy is a weird thing. If there's no position, it's not because you're not good. You could be the best designer in the world, but if there's no position available for you, it just doesn't open up like that. It does, if there's no money for it, there's no position. So try not to take it personally, stay tenacious with it, and wishing all the co-op students and all the juniors graduating the best of luck finding a position. It's hard. It's hard to get your foot in the door. The co-op program is it's a good way to get your foot in the door, because in a way you are already pre-vetted. You're supposed to be the top percentage in the year to qualify. So just getting your foot in the door with the co-op program is a great thing, because that's how I got my start. Was in a co-op program. I got placed into it used to be Robbie Young and Wright, but now it's IBI had taken it over. And that's my foot in the door. Those connections I made, it's like standing on the shoulders of giants. Like how I got here was not on my own. It's by making connections, networking, and talking to, not burning bridges down. Don't burn your bridges. Just like, be a good coworker and, work with people. And those connections I still have today, and they're wonderful people. So that's my advice. This is Architect on the Move. I'm Jason.